guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have an exciting new launch video for you guys. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about the new Buxom White Russian collection. I know that some of you may be aware of the Buxom White Russian lip gloss that was like so popular, and of course it still is so popular. It's like one of their most popular items and colors, and I just love their gloss formula, so it's one of my favorites. So Buxom just released this new, I think it's going to be limited edition collection. So they released a palette, which is beautiful. It has eyeshadows and blushes. And they also released a lipstick that is in the shade White Russian, so that is so cool and it's so beautiful. And they also released a highlighter, so it's their White Russian highlighter in their Wanderlust formula, so it is stunning. So you guys can tell I do have foundation on and bronzer on, and my brows are done, but I left everything else blank so I can use the new products for you guys on camera for the very first time. So I'm so excited to use them for you guys. So these products were gifted to me, but this is not a sponsored video, but of course, I will always give you guys my honest opinion no matter what. So I'm really excited to try these new products out for the very first time for you guys. And let's just get started and let's start using the new White Russian collection. So we will start with this beautiful new White Russian palette. So this is an eye and cheek palette. So as you guys can see, this is the outer packaging. Let's open up this palette together. So the actual palette, as you guys can see, it looks like the outer cardboard packaging, and it's really beautiful. You have this nice girl's face with her pretty eyes, and the back, it kind of shows you the names of the shadows and blushes that you will see. So let's open it up. So super beautiful. These are the 2 blushes, and then you have these 6 eyeshadows, and everything is based upon that nice pinky nude gloss, which is of course White Russian. So this is the eyeshadow palette that's inspired from that gloss. So everything kind of has those like neutral pinky tones to them. So I just zoomed you guys in a bit, and I'm gonna start by priming my eyelids with this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in their original formula, and I'm just gonna place that on my lids and then blend that out with my fingertips. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop E2 blending brush. I'm gonna go into that beautiful matte brown, almost like milk chocolate shade there. That one is called Decadent, and I'm just gonna blend that all in my crease. This is a really pretty shade. As you guys can see, I don't have any under eye setting powder, so I'm kind of risking it a little bit, but I'm trying not to get too much fallout. So this shade does not have any fallout, and it's a really beautiful like pinky brown shade. I really love the color scheme of this collection because it's just based upon that beautiful pinky nude. So this is like really soft and beautiful. I really love that shade, and now I think I want to deepen up the crease a little bit using the shade here in the palette called After Dark. So that is the deepest shade in the palette, and it's almost like a rich dark chocolatey brown matte shade with a few golden bronze glitters strewn throughout. So it's really beautiful, and I'm just going to kind of deepen maybe the outer corners a little bit with that shade. So I'm going to use that same ColourPop E2 brush and just deepen the outer corners a little bit using this deep brown shade there called After Dark. So I'm kind of just lightly putting that darker shade on the outer corner because I really want to keep this look looking pretty like light and just very like warm and soft. So I'm just using that shade just a little bit to darken the outer corner and kind of blow that out a little bit towards the outer edge there, but I am trying to really showcase that beautiful matte brown shade there called Decadent because I think it is so pretty, and I want to use that bronze metallic shade now in the palette. This one is called Indulge, and they actually have 2 like bronzy shades there. So you guys can see this one is definitely lighter, so that one there is Indulge, and then they have this one in the middle there which is called Smoke Show. So that's really pretty as well, but I'm definitely feeling the vibes with this one today, so I'm gonna use this shade. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this NYX glitter primer, and I'm just gonna place some of that onto my eyelids and blend it out with this ColourPop E24 brush because I want that metallic shade to really pop on the lid. So I'm just gonna place that first, and then I'm gonna go in with that same ColourPop E24 brush, and I'm gonna place that beautiful Indulge metallic-y bronze shade onto my lid. So that metallic shade is really beautiful and it is so shiny, and I love the fact that it's like a pinky bronze shade, so it's just so pretty and it goes really well paired with that matte shade in the crease that was Decadent. So I think those two shades together really look nice, and I'm just kind of blending out that metallic shade just kind of like higher up on my lid, so I'm going a bit above my natural crease line because I really want to get that like kind of like blown out like glossy look to the lids, and I think it's really, really pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this Morphe JH43 brush, and I'm just gonna go back into that dark shade in the palette there called After Dark, and I'm gonna use that shade to align the upper lash line and just deepen it up. So we're gonna be ready for mascara and our lashes after, and it's just gonna really help just kind of deepen the look up a little bit because I am keeping it pretty simple with just those couple shades there, and I'm actually really loving just the simplicity of this look, and I think those shades are so pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this small pencil brush from ColourPop. This is their E28 brush, and I'm gonna go back into that nice matte brown shade there in the palette called Decadent, and I'm just gonna place that all on the lower lash line. Going back in with this Morphe JH43 brush, I'm gonna go into that dark shade in the palette there called After Dark, and I'm just gonna line really close to the lash line and kind of just like deepen it up just a little bit there to add some more definition. So I'm gonna put some mascara on, and I'm just gonna use this Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara, and I'm gonna place that on the top and bottom lashes. Now to line the waterline, I'm going to use this L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil in the shade Nude. So this is just their nude shade, and I'm just going to place that on the bottom waterline there. Okay, so of course this step is optional. I'm just gonna pop on a pair of lashes. I actually got these from eBay, so I can link the specific pair that I'm using in the description box, and then I'll be right back to use the rest of the new products. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the beautiful blushes in this palette here. So I'm gonna go in with this Morphe JH06 brush here, and I'm gonna dip into both shades. I wanna try both shades. So first I'm gonna go into the shade here called New York. So that one is a little bit deeper. It's more of like, almost like a deeper nudish pink, while this one over here, Moscow, is a little bit more like corally. So first I'm gonna go into that shade over there. I'm just gonna place that shade more towards the cheekbone area. That is really pretty. You guys can see the difference. That just like brings this look to life a little bit. I'm actually so impressed with how these blushes are blending. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it was like just so easy to like blend that out, and it looks like so airbrush and like smooth. So I'm really impressed with the quality of these blushes. If you look up close at the blushes, you can kind of see like there is almost like a sheen to them. They're not shiny or like shimmery by all means, but it looks like they have like almost like a glow to them, like a very subtle glow. So that's probably why they're blending out really nicely, because they're not like completely matte. They're basically matte, but they do have some sort of sheen. I don't know if it's like the quality, but even when I touch them, it's like literally so buttery. So these are like really finely milled. So as you guys can see, I don't have any highlighter on my cheeks yet, but you can kind of see a little bit of the glow that that blush provides. So it's really natural and really beautiful. So that was the shade New York, but now I'm gonna dip into the shade here called Moscow, which is the more corally pink shade. I'm just gonna place that more towards the apples of my cheeks. And this one seems to be a little bit like softer in texture than the other one. So I feel like a little bit of this will go a long way. So yeah, that definitely adds a lot more color and definitely makes your face look very nice and bright and youthful. I also like to add a little bit of blush to like the bridge and tip of my nose, because I find that it makes everything just kind of come together a little bit and makes you look a little bit more like sun-kissed. But I do have a lot of blush on, so I'm just gonna use this clean blending brush here and just kind of like blend out any blush where I feel like it's too much. So I like to do this if I overdo the blush, which happens a lot. So I'm just kind of like blending it out with another brush. I really love those blushes. I think that they are so pretty. They're definitely on the pinky side, and I just think they make you look really youthful. And as you guys can see, it definitely made this look come together and just added a little bit of life. I just love blush. So the next product that I'm super excited to try out for you guys is this Wanderlust Glow Highlighter. So this is their, I've actually never tried their highlighters. I love their Wanderlust blushes, and I'm really excited to try this highlight. So this is, of course, in the shade White Russian, as everything in this collection is based on that shade. This is a really unique highlighter because, as you guys can see, it is like a pinky kind of nude highlighter. And I've honestly, like, it's a very unique shade, and it smells so good because their Wanderlust blushes have like the same scent. So it's like very tropical. And let's swatch this highlighter for you guys with my fingers just so you guys can see it not on my face. So as you can see, it's kind of like a pinky champagne nude shade, which is of course like the classic lip gloss that this whole collection is based upon. And I'm really pale right now, but I will swatch it on the back of my hand. Sorry what you guys saw in the swatch, but it's definitely like a pinky kind of shade. So I feel like it could even be almost like a blush topper if you're super pale. We'll see how this looks on me because I'm pretty pale right now. I think I'm at my palest. So I'm gonna try to just put this on like just above the cheekbone there and see how that looks. So I'm gonna use this ColourPop F33 brush, and I'm just gonna place that on the cheekbone area and anywhere else that I wanna highlight. That's actually really pretty. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera because I feel like it looks a little bit more like frosted, but in person there's like an underlying like pink kind of sheen that it's kind of hard to see on camera, but in person you really do see the pink stand out even more, and I just think it's so pretty. It's like so glossy. I've never tried their highlighters before. I don't know if this is like their first one. I don't even think I've tried any of their shadows before, so this is definitely a first. And oh my gosh, I love this formula for the highlighters. I would love to see more shades because as you guys can see, that's like really, really beautiful. And I did not use a lot. I feel like a little bit goes a long way, but like just look at my cheek, it's like glowing. Definitely keep in mind if you guys are on the pale side, this will be probably a little bit too dark as like a full-on highlighter, but it's so beautiful. I'm just gonna also place some above my lips. I like to put a little bit on my chin, so I'm just using like what's left over. And also bringing that above my brows. Guys, I'm super impressed with what I've tried so far. So now let's go on to the lips, which is super exciting because I love myself some good lip products. So of course there is the original gloss that this whole collection is based upon in the shade White Russian, and honestly their glosses are my favorites. They have to be like my top favorite glosses. I just love them, and this shade here is so beautiful. I love this shade. I've been a fan of it for so long. So this is like the perfect pinky nude gloss, and I believe that this packaging is limited edition, so they kind of like revamped it for this collection, and you're getting like that beautiful like metallic pink with like the frosted base, and it's just so pretty. So I'll swatch the gloss for you guys on the back of my hand just so you can see it kind of like bare without any lip liner or anything. And I have to say, it smells so good. It smells like vanilla cake. So nice. So that is the gloss, and as you guys can see, it's just like the perfect pinky nude. It's a little bit transparent, so it's not like fully opaque, and you guys can see how glossy that is. Like when it's in the light, it like literally shines so bright. So they made the shade White Russian in their Plumping lipstick formula, and I'm so excited because I love lipstick as well, and I love to pair lipstick and glosses. So this is their lipstick. I believe it's limited edition in the shade White Russian, and Look at how pretty that is. If you look up close, I'll zoom it in for you guys. You guys can see there's like lip imprints into the lipstick, and it's just so pretty. And of course it's based on the shade of the White Russian lip gloss, so they will go perfectly together. I'm gonna swatch that for you guys next to the lip gloss swatch on my hand. As you guys can see, that's definitely more of like a brighter pink than I actually expected. I thought it would look more on the like pastel-y side, but they did go a little bit brighter, which I'm not mad about, and I think it'll look really nice with the gloss. But before we go into all those fun products, I do want to line my lips first, because for me this is a must. I always use lip liner, and I actually have a new favorite that I actually got from Shein. So I don't know if you guys know, Shein is like that clothes website, and they do have some makeup products. So I tried out this lip liner when I placed an order a few weeks ago, and I recently got it in, and this was only $3 Canadian. So I love their lip liners. This one is in the shade called Neutral. So it is like the perfect like neutral, like brownie kind of shade. So I'm just gonna line my lips with that first. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the lipstick. I'm kind of just like patting it on because I don't want too much. It's like a super hydrating lipstick. So pretty. As you can see, it's definitely more bright. Now we're gonna put that gloss on top, which I'm so excited about because I love a good glossy lip. So that gloss does have a plumping effect, so you will get like kind of that peppermint feel. It will like tingle a little bit on your lips, and it feels so nice and refreshing. So that is the final look, guys. I really love the way this came out. I think that it is like so girly and just like kind of soft and pinky and nude, and this is honestly perfect for Valentine's Day if you want to do like that kind of like pinky nude glowy look. I think this would look so beautiful. So this collection is so nice. I honestly loved it. I tried so many new products from Buxom that I completely love, and I would love to see more colors, just more releases from them in general, because I think they're kind of like an underrated brand. You'll hear about them, but you won't hear about them too much. So I honestly think you guys should give these products a try. I think that they are so wonderful, and I have to say, I think my favorite is that highlighter. And I know that some people maybe won't like too much of a shine, so you can definitely like tone it down, and you can kind of use it more like as a blush topper, which can kind of make it a little more subtle. I kind of just really packed it onto my cheekbone there area, so it's definitely packed on, and it looks so nice in my opinion. I just love glowing cheeks, so that's just of course a personal preference, but of course you could tone it down a little bit, because if you're more fair, it might be a little bit on the dark side to be like a true highlighter, so it would look amazing as a blush topper. And I just honestly love it. I love the Wanderlust blush formula, so I'm so excited that they released a highlighter, and I have to check if this is like their first highlighter, because I love it and I would love to see more shades in that formula. And this White Russian palette is so nice. I love the fact that you're getting 6 neutral wearable shadows along with some 2 beautiful blushes. I think that the blushes are gorgeous as well. I just love the formula. I love the colors. I think that they blended out so like seamlessly onto the cheeks. It looked very airbrushed and super natural, not like cakey or blotchy at all. So that's definitely great. I love the shadows. I like the look that I came up with. Even though I kept it really simple, I still think that it is super wearable and still pretty glam, because like the metallic on the lid looks pretty glam and just like glowy, and I love that like pinky nude look. So I definitely love the palette. I love the highlighter. I love the lip products. I just honestly wish that this lipstick was a little bit more on like the like pinky pastel nude. I don't know if it's just like my own personal preference, but I thought that this should have been a little bit of a lighter shade. I thought it was a little too like of a dark pink, and I thought that it would have looked so nice if it was a little bit more on like the creamy pinky nude shade. But other than that, I really love it, and it looks so nice paired with this gloss, because the gloss is a little bit lighter, so maybe that's why they did that. But I think because they look really nice paired together, but I'm just more, I thought it should have been a little bit on the lighter side, but that's of course just me. But I love the formula. It's honestly so lightweight and really moisturizing on the lips, so that's really important. So I love the lipstick formula. I would love to try more shades from them in this because I don't think I've ever tried their lipsticks, but I am a huge fan of their glosses, and this one's been around for quite a while, so I love this shade. I think it just looks amazing topped on like so many colors. If you do like a pure nude, like a brownie nude, and then you add a little bit of this on top because it's more on the pinky side, you will get like the perfect like pink nude lip. So I love that specific shade. The White Russian shade is one of my favorites. So when I saw this new collection that was all based on that shade, I was so excited and I'm super impressed. I really love everything. I don't know what my favorite is because everything was just so nice, but I think I'm the most blown away by my highlighter, but that could just be me because I love highlighters. So I'd love to know if you guys have tried anything out from this new collection, if you plan on picking anything up. Everything was released in January, I believe, so it is available now. So please let me know if you guys are gonna pick up any of these items for yourself. If you guys have already picked up anything, I would love to know. And also let me know if you want to see more tutorials using that eye and cheek palette because I loved it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!